Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to North Dubbo RSL Sporties for the multi-disability pairs semi-final. This game is bound to be a ripper. All these people now. They've all been on the commentary. They've all done the right things, and we are watching. I've lost the. Sorry, guys, just lost a couple of things there, but no, we're watching the game here between Aaron Kelly from West Tamworth and Brad Gilbert from Casino RSM. Brad Gilbert, obviously, first game this morning, very capable man, had some really good insights on what's going on here. And Michael Vassallo from Cabramatta and Anthony Brown from West Dubbo. Anthony Brown was with us yesterday, and we got to see him in action in the second game today, the round 5 of the multi-disability singles, which was a fantastic game in itself. I'm just got to fix a couple of things with names, but what a game. I'm Benny Two-Shoe, sorry for failing to introduce myself, and play is underway. Now we'll be joined soon by Jason Pinnock. He's just had to run off to an all-staff meeting. He'll be with us shortly, and we may have some other guest commentators as well this afternoon. We'll see. Now we're at the pointy end of this pairs competition. Michael Vassallo there with a great shot. Across the right, Brad giving good instruction to his mate Aaron there. Now we'll see soon down the bottom, you'll see the scores come up from the other ones. It's Jackson and Kedwell versus Cross and Reynolds. It's a very important game once again. And the cream is rising to the top here. And as I speak, Aaron Kelly, what a shot. Michael Vassallo, no slouch himself. Knows this rink pretty well, knows this green, has played some good games, and he's going for the jack, has carried it off, bellied it straight away. What a fantastic shot, Michael Vassallo. Doesn't get much better than that, and what a start once again to this game. Last game was incredible. This game's looking to be the exactly same thing. Michael Vassallo with perfect weight for the line he played. Bellied the jack right in the middle, right between the colours of his bowls. And through he comes down to the edge. Magic shot, Michael Vassallo. What a start. What a set of lead bowls from both of these players. Absolutely beautiful day still here in Dubbo. Big thanks to all the clubs that are looking after this club, Dubbo and North Dubbo RSL Sporties and their volunteers. They're upwards of 40 volunteers they've got out on the pitch, and they have had all day braving the sunshine and the heat. It is absolutely remarkable. And Brad's first bowl just pushing out wide. He's got to get used to the grass again on this side. Anthony Brown, absolutely no fear of grass and weight, having just played here the game beforehand. Wants to pull up now, but a little tap to tuck jack away and hide it. Well, that probably gives them 4 there now at the moment. A bit of work here for Brad. He's got to get one close. Dave Shaw's asking how much better can bowls get after that last game. Well, not much better, but I may find out. Brett Goodchild watching from Pimpana. Good old Goody. Classfield. Go the Tamworth boys, Desi and Azza. Good luck. Yeah, I saw a message you sent to your good mate down there, Des, and that was a ripper of an encouragement message. Brad Gilbert, if he crashes into Anthony here, well, I think he's cut out 2. I'm just trying to angle the camera a bit so we can see where that ended up. Sorry, that went a bit quick. So he's cut 1 out. He's cut it down to cut 2 out. He's cut it down to 2. Mason Vassallo there following on. That's following his uncle on. And Janelle Gilbert watching from, that's, I assume, a relation of Brad's. Anthony just crossing along there. He's got some good support here, being a local lad. Good communication here, just lining up where Jack is with his foot. If you can hear a little wind across the microphones because I've got fans set up in this office, the equipment around me gets quite hot, so I'm just trying to cool me down. I've got a little fan blowing on the computer too, so it doesn't shut down like it did the other day. Oh, well done. So, Anthony, to have a good look, you've got this much room to draw into, mate. Michael's saying. And Brownie's delivering down that hand. Looks pretty good to there. It's all about weight now, I think. I don't think he'll cross too far. Even crashing into his own bowls is not a bad thing, which is what he's done, and stopped it there. So I think the signal was 3. A 3 to start the game for the Club Dubbo Cabramatta Bullants duo. Three blot board comes up, and we cut across the other way. Interesting to see what the tactics are as the players get used to each other and used to this green. On this rink, it's a little different to the other ones. Each rink's got its own characteristics. And Michael Vassallo there looks pretty good down that wide hand. Didn't quite get a touch, but it's a great start. He's left some chalk on his bowl there. He's just going to clean it up. Aaron looking for a good reply here. He's cutting across nicely to the line, but just the weight let him down. Michael will be happy just to copy his last bowl, I think. Yeah, not bad. Just beating that one in the front. It's enough. While we're here, I just want to give a shout out to Dubbo Regional Council and for how well they've supported this event. And the 3 clubs, Macquarie Club, Club Dubbo and North Dubbo RSL Sporties. I struggle over that every time. Home of the Rhinos. That's a good shot, Aaron. I think he's still down. But you can come out here and visit the zoo like I'll be doing later on. Get the visit an Aussie icon in the Royal Flying Doctor Visitor experience. Go behind the bars of the old Dubbo Jail and experience 19th century prison life. It's pretty unpleasant, I can tell you. Or head underground to the Wellington Caves. There's an observatory. There's an arboretum, historical homestead, and a really good art gallery here too. And an authentic Japanese garden. Go and stand on the inland lake, or next to it if you want. The excitement doesn't stop there. Head to dubboregion.com.au for more information. It's my 3rd visit to Dubbo, I think now, and it gets better every time. I spent a lot of the time at the zoo my first trip. Just trying to see what Aaron's doing there. I don't think he's popped in. So it looks like 1. Little chat between players as they cross. Let's head back up to the mat to begin their set of bowls. 3 bowl pairs, 14 ends total. No dead ends, so we respot the jack. So the word is from Mick Kidwell, this green's slowed up a little. As Jason Pinnock was describing before, that during the day as it heats up, great shot. Anthony Brown, what a ripper. Yeah, as it warms up, the fibres expand and it slows the green down. And I think we're at that point now. It's really warm out there. I don't see much of a breeze. I'll just watch Brad line this one up. One, 2, 3, and then deliver. And that is what he described this morning during the commentary, talking about the way he throws a bowl. Really fluid action. Sandra Decker's watching from South Africa. Brilliant. I love it. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're tuning into some great bowls. The games we've had on the live coverage, we've been very lucky with a couple of ties and a really close game last time, and just absolutely brilliant bowls all round. These guys know how to play. Look at this turn in, now holding 3. Brad's got one out where Jack will go if he goes heavy. If he throws through that, hits Anthony square or gets the split, Jack will shoot out to his bowl like a spat pip down to his own bowl there, the rainbow one. Well considered. We are on a 2 hour 15 time limit. Has gone heavy. He's under. That'll be a good sider. We'll learn a bit from that. So while Anthony's lining up, I get the feeling if it were at me, I would just be playing another dead draw into it. Take the risk. The worst you can go is one down, but the reward is quite big. Risk versus reward is always the question. Often the question. Great Goodchild saying the Old Bank Hotel in Dubbo is a good spot for a beer and a feed. I haven't actually been to that one yet. I'll give it a go on that recommendation. Goody, thanks, mate. I don't think Anthony's running for cover here. I think he's looking for another shot. And played it nicely too. Look at that. Another good bowl, another counter. Work here now for Brad Gilbert. Told me earlier today that his father got him into bowling to get him out of the house when he was about 12 years old, and his father's here. I tried to chase him around to meet him earlier, but he's a popular man with speaking to other people. And while these guys are having a chat, I just want to remind you that to like and share this stream and the next one and the next one and the next one. Do it every single stream, because you could win your share of prizes worth over $5,000 in partnership with Sharp EIT Solutions. Great competition, easy to enter clearly. 70-inch Android TV up for grabs there. A 40-inch smart touchscreen, which is exactly what I'd like. High-speed printer, 2 microwaves available as well. And terms and conditions on our website, www.bowlsnewsouthwales.com.au. Pretty much that precludes me from entering as a terms and conditions, but not you. Get in, share that competition, this stream, and you'll be right. And Brad lining up now. It's not as heavy. It's Still looking for impact on something by the looks. Got it, but all it did was deflect his bowl away. I deserve more than that in the end, but I would suggest that's a 4. I'll check the scorers to make sure. And we have a powerful start in the end by Vassallo and Brown. Yep, 7-0 after 2. Just got to move this camera around. My apologies. It's a little wide, both of them coming back the other way. It looks like a change in slight change in length, maybe a couple of metres there, and that it's created a little bit of confusion. You can see Michael's going to cross, but he didn't cross as far as he may have been this morning. He's got the weight perfectly correct there. Aaron just not quite getting the grass on that side at the moment. Michael's changed hands onto the wider side. And it worked for him. Sitting there quite close to Jack now. That's good bowling by good bowling by Michael Vassallo. Aaron switching over as well. Wide hand. Needs a little more weight, I think. Needs the carry. He's close. That looks, it's holding up, sitting there. Looks like one to me, to the front bowl. I'll stick my head up out the window and see if I get a better view. Yep, clearly. He says with a twinkle in his eye, because it may not be clearly, but it's definitely there or thereabouts. Bit going on here in the office at the moment. I've got a few competing priorities, so I'll keep talking about the bowls as we go along. I can't tell you how impressed I've been with this week. I've really enjoyed it. I don't have the scores on the screen. There we go. The volunteerism here at this club and in this region is fantastic. Anthony Brown. Oh, has he got the shot? No indication from the players. Yeah, that's why I'll be playing too, Brad. Rest on Anthony and drop in. Such a smooth delivery, Brad Gilbert. Bloke's been playing since he was 12 years old. I wish I had been. I don't know many people that don't wish they had been. So he's going to knock into that back one. I don't know if he's done any damage. He didn't take the shot away. Crossing over now. Once again, I missed the call. Here he comes. Brad Gilbert. Important bowl here. He's got one more, but he'd like to go for a multiple. He's pushed Anthony through and back. Didn't flop for a shot, so they're going to have a look up and down, he says. And that's what it looks like to me as well. Brad Gilbert. So Anthony Brown's got a shot on offer here. It's tough. They're both ways. He can come and rest on Michael and flop. He can dead draw. Play the other hand. The club side there. Tiny trail for 3. That draw weight. The risk is if he kicks Jack across to the side there, then there's 2 of Brad Gilbert's balls waiting. So now he's playing that wide hand. He favoured that a lot last game. Played it beautifully, actually. Oh, what's the inside edge? Inside rub has not got it. Looks like 1, yep. Clearly 1 now. Good shot there. Good effort there by Brad Gilbert. Holding 1. Has 1. They're having a close look. Just the 1. Well, and they kick off their campaign now. Aaron Kelly and Brad Gilbert. 7-1 after 3. Jack delivery here by Aaron Kelly. We'll see if they've got a tendency. I know that, good. Brad was playing short ends yesterday. Claps there from Anthony Brown for his opposition lead. He's thrown one jack high, about a foot away from the jack. And a lovely little spot. I can see Andrew Lynn outside my door. He was threatening to come in, I guess, and take over from me. Andrew, of course, one of the pioneers of Bowls New South Wales live streaming. Has been around a fair while. That's a good shot by Michael Vassallo there at the back. Will be usable. 28 years, he was saying, in Bowls New South Wales colours. I think there's many people out there that know more about creating competition in Bowls Link than Andrew Lynn. Well done again, Aaron. That's great shooting. Michael's got another one at the back now. Aaron changing hands. I think after playing two really good shots like that, it's worth staying there and getting them close. Unless he's trying for the back and for some coverage. Yeah, just a little too wide. Yeah, it's sitting right in front of that, so I'm not sure where that's going. He's pretty keen. A little weighty, but he might actually get two. Oh, wow, he did strike two of them. It was a good effort. I still think they're holding two there, the team of Kelly and Gilbert. So while they're crossing, you'll have seen this out and about in your travels in the cyber world at the moment. This is part of our sounds like your local campaign. Promotes whatever your bowling club offers, social connections through bowling and an intrinsic link to the local community. We at Bowls New South Wales, we've launched this campaign to raise awareness of our iconic bowlers across the state and the services they provide. The campaign also forms part of a broader strategy that we are implementing, which will target driving more people into the clubs and onto the greens playing the sport we all love, lawn bowls. It's a very exciting campaign and getting some really positive feedback. Absolutely adore it. Here comes Brad's bowl on that wide hand. Smart bowling, coverage back there. Jackie's going to move. If Jackie's going to move, that's where it's going to head to. Rounding out that way as well. Rounding it round. Massive hook needed. Will have rescued one. Oh, if he'd flipped over again, he might have been a chance. But that's essentially Jack high, as is the call from Aaron. And a really good shot there by Anthony Brown. Not quite there. They're having a chat. Anthony just asking the question. Same again. Yeah, just run it a bit narrow. Your weight was really good. Waiting for the turn now. Just a bit wide. Had the perfect weight. Brad will just need a build, and it's pretty. He's got a spot there he can do so. Land Anthony or dead draw. There's no need to do anything silly and move Jack around. Patience will be key here. If you're going to drop big scores like they have 7-1 after 3 ends, then you want to drop them early. This looks really good there. Slide off Anthony for the slow down and stop. 2 shots to Brad Gilbert and Aaron Kelly. That's great bowling. Lots of instruction there for Anthony for his final bowl. I don't think that's quite there. Yeah, pretty close effort there, Anthony, but 2 shots now, I think, to Aaron Kelly and Brad Gilbert, even though they're looking a bit more closer than I expected them to. 2 it is. So 2 ends each. A 3 and a 4 to Michael Vassallo and Anthony Brown to start the game. Aaron West and Brad Gilbert. The next two, a 1 and a 2. So 7-3. Here's a man I didn't expect to see at all today. I thought you had important executive work to do, but welcome to the coverage. One of the smartest men in bowls, Mr. Lee Stinson.
Thanks, Ben. I'm in the top 2 in this room, at least, anyway, where we are. Thanks, mate. I just come out of a couple of meetings, and, the workload being what it has been, the computer needs a bit of a rest and recharge, so
yeah, that's right.
Found a PowerPoint inside the club to recharge that. Thought I'd come in for a few minutes while that's happening.
Yeah, state champs is always flat out. Biggest tournament we run in the year, and well, except for Platinum now, I guess.
Yeah, they've all got their own sort of level of pre-work and organisation that needs to be done. Fortunately enough, from my point of view, a lot of the things that Andrew and myself have to do for this event are done over the weeks leading up to the event. So when it comes to the actual match days itself, Andrew and I have been working on future events, pre-planning for Champion of Champions. It's just around the corner. Our state junior championships, events like that are close by. So we know that entries are closing very soon for our Champion of Champions and State Carnival. So a few of those events that are upcoming, we're starting to do some pre-work and organisation and preparation for an approximate amount of rinks that we'll need based on the entry numbers we have at the moment and how we can manage those draws to make it all work.
Yeah, plus all the logistics that goes alongside that stuff as well, getting staff and equipment to all these places. You guys do a huge job. It's magnificent to watch, and one day maybe you're part of that team instead of sitting in the box watching the bowls. I'll help you sort it out. So we've got
in many aspects, well, I think it's not too bad in here either, sitting here talking about the game as well.
It's quite nice, yeah. It's very pleasant. Just except for the warmth, I've got fans all around me at the moment. But interesting game we've got going on here. But Michael and Anthony got a 3 and a 4 to kick off the game, and Aaron Kelly and Brad Gilbert a 1 and a 2 for the next 2 ends, and they're just starting to find their range.
You might be able to confirm this. I passed a couple of the Club Dubbo bowlers that have come across town to watch Anthony Brown play, one of their club mates, just on the way out here, and they said how well Anthony had started the game. So
murderous, and as he should. He's just finished playing here in the singles game that he that game between him and Mick Keddy will be spoken about for a long time. That was huge. I'll go back and watch that replay. Actually, that was a monstrous game.
Okay, I might have to try and do the same. I didn't get to see bowl of that match, unfortunately,
That's
so I might try and catch a bit of that coverage tonight. So crossover looks like 1 to Aaron Kelly there, just bottom left to Jack.
Yeah, Mick was on it before. He's just started running just a couple of feet long. Nothing extreme, but last 3 ends just always seem just behind Jack, which you'd prefer to be, but not dead on it like he would started. He'll get there. 4 all on the greens next door. Mick Kedwell's game there.
I imagine that's going to be a close game too. Peter Jackson and Mick Kedwell from Raymond Terrace up against Des Cross from South Tamworth, James Reynolds, Cabramatta. 4 all in the early stages.
So just stop the loop there so that game stays on there. There's no point in having both games showing. Volunteers will keep doing that. I don't have enough visibility of the game to keep updating the scores live. I'll let the experts do that out there. So that scoreboard will stay like it is. And looks like Brad's first bowl just ran into the ditch. Yeah, we noticed in the singles game today that Anthony really preferred that wider hand. It's a little bit unusual. He's the only one I've seen that actually preferred that, and he's playing it really well.
He did tell me that earlier in the week. I happened to ask Brownie, obviously, as we know, coordinator at Club Dubbo, so only a couple of kilometres away from where we are here at the Sporties Club. He's been over here multiple times every week for the last 6 or 8 weeks in preparation for this event. So he's probably learnt what the different rinks are. would have known that this was the live stream rink and hoping to play in finals. Probably has had plenty of roll-ups on this rink where we are here, rink 1, straight alongside the club.
Yeah, prepares well.
And he, as we said, he's a player from in town. So the other advantage he has, it was never as wide as this in the times that I played here when the club was known as Dubbo Railway. But that side that Anthony's playing at the moment was always the wider side. And the clubhouse side, you can see on the left of the screen, was always quite narrower. So
Watch this swoop back. Late turns like that on dynamics is something I've never seen. I used to bowl with dynamics before I had my XGs. And that's... even now when it's warmer, it's slowing down a bit, it's still swooping a hell of a lot down that hand. It's brilliant. I'm going to get my bowls out after this game and throw a couple down just to see if I can manage it.
Just from the handful of bowls or so that I've seen Anthony play this game, he seems to have the weight really good.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he missed that end previously, just before I came inside, he seemed to have the weight pretty well spot on down, going that opposite direction.
Absolutely dialed in, correct.
I know they're nice games to play, Ben, when you go out, have your roll up and then you just find the rink straight away. You just marry up, wait and line early on in the game and you just feel in that rhythm early on while your opposition's trying to find it.
It's when your shoulder feels nice and loose and you're ready to get in.
Right, just slightly past there. Great attempt.
He's had a couple of wonderful bowls, Brad, during this and in the coverage we've had of him. He was good in commentary this morning. I really enjoyed having an insight from Brad. And his story too, how his dad wanted to get him out of the house instead of sitting around, and when he was 12 years old, and how Casino RSM bought him his first chair so he could keep playing on the greens and that. No, I think that's brilliant. That's a great story.
Brownie holding one here, out on that nice wide line again, Ben. And the weight looks just over, if anything.
Yeah, I think he's out there too far. So I still think Aaron's holding one. And we'll find out.
Well, no, I think
no.
Brownie's Jack High one was definitely shot. Not sure whether...
Oh, Brownie's really... Oh, geez, you're seeing it better than I am, man.
Just the one, mate. I'm looking at the board down the other end there.
Yep, it's going to 8.
I'm not sure how modest Brad was when he was in with you this morning. Current Zone 1 singles runner-up.
Yep.
This current season went down to Peter Taylor from Alstonville. Peter, one of our open stateside members that won the Ali Shield last season at the Nationals over in Western Australia. So to make it all the way through and to narrowly go down to Peter in that Zone 1 singles final is a huge achievement for Brad.
I was lucky enough to spend some time with Peter Tails, as he hates being called, up at Alstonville just recently. Actually, he's a good man.
And I'm not sure if anyone's tuning in that was part of that squad or saw the performance over there, but Peter had 3 or 4 of the 7 games that were absolutely 10 out of 10 performances. In tricky, blustery conditions on quick Western Australian greens, he was phenomenal over there.
Yep, can play.
We don't necessarily have a Player of the Series award, but he would have featured high up in the voting, I'd imagine, if not won the award. And that was in a side that won 20 out of the 21 possible rinks across the 7 matches. The men's side had one shot defeat on one of the rinks against South Australia, won the overall and in that match and won every single other rink.
Brilliant. Just a brilliant effort from New South Wales and worth bragging about. I'll have to come over with you next time.
Back in your old stomping ground,
that's
right?
That's what I mean. Australia? Yeah, it's north of the river though. Well, a bit further north of the river than I usually go. So Mike Watts watching from Aberystwyth in Wales again. Glad you're here. And Carmen Plaza, your mate Carmen Plaza, has asked if I can keep the cameras on while I'm rolling up so that she can see how I go. The answer is no. We're going to have a staff roll up at some point, I think. Even Jason Pinnock's got his bowls here too. I play game pairs, mate. What do you reckon?
Got a 4th now, that's good.
Have to teach Kiri how to play.
Just a little bit quicker here, I think, from Mick. Just underweight with his first 2. Just working his way around. So Aaron holding shot once again in this direction, away from the commentary position.
Which is that little black square to the right of the player there. We're in that little office in the back there. It's used to be Jason Pinnock's office, believe it or not. Started and cut his teeth here organising bowls, he said. Well done, Aaron. Good bowl. Because it's tough. On a green this quick, you know it yourself, there's nothing between delivering a bowl that long or that long as far as the muscle or the pressure you're putting on the bowl on a quick green.
I like how you did the hand movements for all the people watching the coverage at home that can't see us in the commentary box.
Got the point. That's the first time I've ever done that. You're not wrong. I feel like I was just having a chat, mate. That's what it is.
The beauty of it is, though, with these quicker greens, trying to find the right speed, it's very hard to build up targets on this green. There's a lot of draw shots.
Try to fit another big fella in here.
Anthony Brown, once again, toucher first bowl. He's had the weight spot on. He does it again.
He's killing it. And welcome back to the commentary after a quick run out to a meeting. Started here and then went, forgot and bolted out of the office. CSM, New South Wales CSM from Bowls Australia, Mr. Jason Pinnock.
Yeah, thanks for having me back, guys. Just had to jump into an all-staff meeting with work, so good to be back and seeing the action.
I wondered what had happened, because I was in a Zoom meeting out in the sort of back of the kitchen area where you came and joined, and you seemed in quite the rush to get there.
Yeah, I was about 5 minutes late, so I got in time and got all the information, so.
Brad just point up a little short there with his first. Still got an opportunity, though, doesn't he, there, Ben? Obviously, Anthony holding one. If this one doesn't count, another opportunity to push that bowl through.
Yeah, definitely. There's a three on offer there. All Aaron's bowls, maybe 4 if he sits with it. Anthony, being such a smart bowler, will have spotted that, but it doesn't look like he's got the weight there.
I think with Brad, that first one, probably about 1.5 metres short. If he does miss with this one, try and sit the bowl out, get past the jack. If you're a little wide, you may be the closest to the respot. Give yourself a chance with the next one. All about playing the right weight here. Maximise your chances. At 2 metres of weight, sit the shot bowl through and stay. If you miss, you're going to finish in a really good spot at the back of the rink, which you may be able to use with your third bowl.
Oh, no. So one of the features in looking at Anthony's last bowl there, and continuing from the second game, Jason, you saw it, is Anthony's last bowl didn't go down all that well. That was his third bowl, but yeah, his first two seemed to drop straight in. And the last one especially wasn't there. You want this one to be there just for a bit of confidence in that. He identified it too, by the way.
Oh, he did he?
When we spoke.
Ah, that's good, yep. Yeah, he would have been disappointed with that, so he would have given himself a little talking to, and look at this.
He's happy enough. I think it's a lot better for him than how it was. Obviously, the keeping shot. He also has third shot now, and that shot bowl is now almost a full bowl in front of Jack High. You'll see when Aaron moves out of the way, it's just slightly harder to get it on the forehand, left-hand side of screen, where Brad played his first two. They're even contemplating, as you can see there, he's worried about if you roll that bowl onto the jack, we're still going to be down with that one on the side. Can you see a path on the right-hand side underneath your bowl? Might be worth Brad coming to have a look at this.
Yeah. Come down and have a squeeze, mate. Get that angle right.
You see by the body language, the communication, they're just unsure about what to play at the moment. And there's that gap. Can you see that gap right-hand side of the screen?
Can't afford to go heavy through it. Got Michael Vasalo's bowl at the back there, and if he contacts it too hard, it's going to run. And, quick green, we'll know it. That's what he's trying.
I think it's his best method of getting shot, by almost guaranteeing he goes no worse than one down. First job to find the gap. Second job is what contact you get.
It's finding the gap.
That late hook.
That one's
caution.
against.
Hard shot to
Unfortunate.
play.
Very unlucky to give away a 2 there. First team in double figures, though.
Yep, 14 in competition. Respot the jack. And time limit of 2 hours, 15 minutes, strictly controlled by Andrew Lynn and his hooter.
Been very excited over the last couple of days, Ben, since he had the horn in operation for these timed games.
You'd ask what Brownie's done. Went hunting for that thing over a couple of shops and ended up finding one. It's
We
good.
can blame Anthony Brown for that, can we?
We can, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because Andrew was starting the games off with yelling across the greens, the human megaphone he was calling himself. And, yep. Yes. So, Anthony went to find him foghorn, couldn't find it at his club, so I went and bought him one from, I think, Repco or something across the road.
Come in handy. We've got a few other time matches coming up over the course of the weekend.
Correct.
These multi-disability matches running all the way through to Saturday morning as Mick Vassallo starts off with a toucher. And then we're straight into mixed pairs, which also has a timed feature to its games as well. Hopefully plenty of people are watching on that are coming out to Dubbo over the next fortnight.
Oh, they really are. They speak a bit on the chat line, or how fast, what kind of surface is that green, and things like that. Josh Wilto, is it? Wilto Josh. Hello, Lee. Your team's doing a great job. Well, thanks, mate.
Thanks, Josh, former Bowls New South Wales employee himself.
And then Robin McPherson, watching from Yamba. G'day, Jason and the boys. That's our band name now, is it?
Yeah,
Jason and the boys.
Yeah, Jason and the boys. Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah, g'day, Robin. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Robin's an assistant there at Yamba. She is.
Mm-hmm.
As off to a good start with his first there. Took the shot straight away from Mick. So it's really been clear, Ben, is it? They're playing this side of the green almost in every single match on this rink.
Everyone except Anthony.
Yeah, that's right. We noticed in the singles before Anthony was playing the white hand.
It's interesting, isn't it? I'm a big fan, especially when you go to a synthetic surface. Look at what your opposition, your local club's doing. If you're going away game to a synthetic, follow the locals. That's generally the best hand to play because they're the ones playing on it all day, every day.
You are so correct.
So it's interesting that Anthony's going that side and no one else is. Anthony
Yeah.
being the local.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all got our favourites though, don't we? What we like to play, and might just find it slightly easier down this side without that huge bend.
We said, say in the last game, some of the first advice I got in bowls was to find that as a lead or when you just simple draw bowling, is to find the narrow hand and follow it. That was what I was coached back in the day, and I don't think that's. I've since learned that I don't think that's great advice.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the white hand myself because generally, well, let's say 9 times out of 10, it is generally the truer hand. Been caught on a few tight hands before.
I guess it's different surface, different speed of green.
True.
I'm probably wide hand, sort of slow to medium pace greens, quick greens, generally the tighter as an overall rule. But you got to play what you see on the day.
Yep.
Yeah, with the wind at Husky, which is a particularly fast tiff green on the front. Thanks Scotty Matheson and Jamie Wayside. Well done, boys. It's I find the narrower hand tends to be truer. The wind affects the wider hand a bit more, especially when it's coming straight off the ocean like it does.
Brownie, one down here on the crossover. Does have that bowl at the back of the rink if he does.
Oh, that's
move the
holding.
jack.
He's played good weight too.
Super shot this.
Yeah. Brilliant bowl, Brownie.
Anthony Brown.
Yeah, putting on a show here. There's quite a few Dubbo members, both here at the Sporties and from his own club, Dubbo Inside, watching on the glass. A few polite rounds of applause inside.
We can nearly hear him from this club here.
Hey, he played this beautifully. That's the correct weight, exactly the right grass. Knock that bowl out of the way and sit next to Jack. That's fantastic bowling, Anthony Brown.
I mean, much the same with his first, Brad Gilbert. Just up over draw. Can just see the edge of the jack to move it, or turn Anthony's a roller to himself?
It's not far away either. It's got to hook a bit more. There is a lot of hook in the tail.
Yeah, just that metre over, eh? But if anything, maybe a little wide. Weight was good.
Yeah, I probably like that weight.
Yep.
Exactly. As we said, could have turned the jack, pushed Anthony's 2 or 3 rolls through the gap, or if he got Anthony's onto the jack, he had his teammates' bowls just behind where he finished. Now, Anthony, I think you're the same hand here. Get round to where Brad's last bowl finished. That's where I'd be.
Michael's directing him the other way, so must be something else out there.
Probably backs it more so this favoured hand, I guess.
True.
He's really liking this hand.
Yep.
He thinks he can put it anywhere, but that danger is just bottom left where that rainbow bowl that Brad Gilbert's just finished.
A little tight here, but will he stop in a... No, he's just going to sweep right across. So still on there for Brad.
I hope that call from Aaron was to just keep that weight. Just turn that bowl through. Gets the bowl away so smoothly.
Yeah. Louis spoke about his delivery on the live feed this morning. He said he's changed fairly recently. Oh, little edge. That's Aaron's bowl, isn't it?
Well, that was Anthony's
That was
last.
Anthony's? Okay,
so
sorry, my apologies. Yeah.
Aaron with 4 bowls the other, so you can see where the 2 rainbow bowls are, and the 2 nearest to those also that team there, Aaron Kelly's. Just the Michael Vassallo bowl directly in line with the centre line at the back of the green. Brandy coming down, just indicating hard to hear. Was always the wage ace at this club, wasn't it? Back in the
Trucks
I've
and
been here in the
everything.
Dubbo Railway days. It can be difficult with the vehicle movement, the background on the highway there.
Oh, it doesn't stop. As if you're watching here the live stream, you would have just seen it's a constant stream of traffic along there. It is a main road, obviously, in and out of Dubbo. One way of in and out of Dubbo.
It's
So
the Midwest Highway, isn't it? No one there? Midwest
Newell?
Highway? The
Newell.
Newell Highway, yeah. It's,
Yeah.
we comment all the time that the sheep trucks, when they come past the live, just stinks trail behind them. It's wonderful.
Oh, it's a lovely aroma. You know you're in the country.
Yeah.
It's great.
I believe it was the same at sea in the Arabian Gulf when you'd be sailing in behind the sheep ships, the live transport from Australia. You'd know them because you knew they were there before you could see them.
Yeah.
Leave a distinct odour.
Anthony Brown back at the mat. Let's come down and have a really good look at this. He already holds first, third and fourth shot there at the moment, so I'm assuming this is a bowl for cover. Down to these rainbow bowls at the back of the green. He's got his own there coming in to work with.
Caution.
Or he could
No, I
draw
don't
the
need
shot.
caution. Wow.
Don't know if that was delivered or not, but you know it's a very good result.
Whatever works, man.
Well, I think we'll see some weight here. Do you think, Lee? Not much else on.
Yeah, he's got to play up and over it. Probably change the angles though with where Brownie's bowl has sat there. I think it's more backhand shot now.
True.
For Brad.
Warren Towney
And
making
maybe
sure.
a fraction more weight. As we said, that jack-eye bowl, which is about 30 centimetres to the right of the jack, is their only bowl in the head. However, 10-3 down and 2 down on the head. I think he needs to take the risk. He wants to play as much weight to kill it. Well, they do have the respot.
Ooh.
What is the finesse weight? I assume he's looking for the inside of those 2 bowls.
It's getting warm out there. We're getting bumpy coverage. Sorry about that, everyone. That didn't... That smooth, but yeah, that cut across.
2 conceded. 12-3 at halfway. Look across next door. Also at halfway. Des Cross, Jimmy Reynolds on 7. Lee Jacko and Keddy from Raymond Terrace 5 on 7 ends. That will be updated shortly. 7-5 now.
Yep. Well, you know that... I was speaking to speaking to Mick Kedwell during the break at lunch, and he said that he learnt something from Brownie there. And Brownie said he's got a lot of mongrel in him, a lot of bulldog. There's no way that. And Kedwell, Mick said there's the same thing here. He's not going to let go no matter what happens. So, he's playing against the current pairs world champion in Jimmy Reynolds. So he's got a challenge ahead of him, but he's not going to let go.
Been a top bowler, Mick Kedwell, for many, many years.
Shot.
Cracking start, Mick Fasalo. Unbelievable.
He's the bowls coordinator recently at Curry, now gone across to play at Raymond Terrace. Part of those high-grade setups in that Newcastle area for the last few years. Was a former state representative of the Para Blues a few years ago.
Yeah, that was the question I had last game. I thought I'd seen him in a blue shirt before, but I couldn't remember whether it was recent or a couple of years ago. But there you go. Thank you for that. Answering that question, mate. You guys are absolute encyclopedias of this, you and Andrew Lynn. Straight off the top of your head every time.
Another good one here from Mickey. Really putting the pressure on the guys. It's just important now, halfway, 9 the difference. Just win this end if they can. Kelly and Gilbert. And potentially change Matt and Jack position and get their way back into it in the second half. You've got to be thinking if they've got that many shots off us in the first half, we can do the same to them in the second half.
Better weight there by Aaron Kelly. And it's one of them situations, I think if he's missing, he's got to start missing behind. Obviously give his bowls every chance to count by the end of the end. So
as well, I wonder if he's just got a preference on that backhand side. Maybe that just helps him with his release and getting the bowl away smoothly. Playing this wider side. Well, Mickey's just pulling up short, but probably blocked off that draw on the right-hander's backhand.
What is interesting for me there is Aaron was, and I was just demonstrating that by jumping on the other camera, Aaron was on the mat before that bowler had even finished. And, look at this.
What a super shot. That's done enough.
He's done enough for shot.
It's easy to do, though, Ben, isn't it? In those games when you're behind, you can rush through.
Yep. Put your hand up, I know what to play, and go for it. But look, it worked out, obviously. He's played that shot beautifully. And there's players around that do it, that don't think about it. Aaron Wilson's of the world, and just hardly... Yeah, bowls out of their hand before you've had a chance to look up and tell them where to put it.
You see, many times, bowls are delivered before the other bowls even come to rest. At times.
It's illegal, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but, we see it on every now and then, but, yeah.
Well, it's not so much that before they come to rest for those elite guys, it's just that pre-shot routine and getting onto the mat is so quick. The thought process is already done well before they get to the mat.
True. So
they're then able to just jump onto the mat and deliver. You mentioned someone like Aaron Wilson. Perfect example.
Yep. Ryan Bester. Doesn't really line up. And then you go the other end, you've got Gary Kelly with that distinctive looking down the gun sight.
One of my all-time favourites, Gary, to watch play, to be in the same team as, and to have a lemonade with at the end of the day.
Yeah, and he
ticks all those three boxes very, very well.
He's
Gary,
a very good man, and well deserving of his MVP award for BPL just recently with the Dandenong Pulse.
That was a very tough watch for me, that World Championship Pairs final about 6 months ago with Gary Kelly from Warilla at my home club playing against Aaron Tees, also from Warilla, representing Australia. That was a tough watch, but knowing that one of the guys was going to get the result.
This one intently.
Anthony Brown.
Got the
what
jack.
A star. Talk about MVPs.
Wow.
Stand up.
Yeah, 1 down to 3 up, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's a cracker.
So we'll get the end of that in that. Yep. Watch the finish of this delivery.
Just see the jack move off the line here from Anthony.
Yeah.
Back for 3.
That's a great bowl.
So Brad Gilbert, you can see there, closest bowl to the tee, his rainbow-coloured bowl. We are under a respot format. They're really impossible to draw this. This needs to be nice and firm through the middle and take your chances with connection.
They are absolutely strangling them at the moment. It's very difficult for Brad to get to the head with anything.
I think Lee was right. He really had to put one up the middle there and at least open something up for these next. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I do think there was an argument there for a beat the crap out of it bowl and just send bowls chips flying everywhere.
Your favourite shot too, mate, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly right.
It's his signature, isn't it?
So I've got a
We should have subbed you in for that bowl.
tag. I'm in. High fives. Let's go. Yeah, that's a mouth watering. Just want Mick to get out of the way here a little bit. Oh, they're coming down for a look, are they?
Yeah, just coming down for a look. So holding 3, you've got to be thinking like the three of us that Brad's going to attack this.
Yeah.
Get to the
Anything
back of the
behind.
rink, get to the respot. Somewhere where Mick's standing is pretty close to that respot mark. So I would have liked to see Brad go with his second.
Yeah.
Give himself a chance to draw it with his last. If this one of Anthony's gets really close to the tee, he's pretty well sacrificing shot. Even if he does make that drive connection with his last, it's
You
going
can
to be
tell
very
that's
hard
where
to pick
Anthony's
out.
going, or he's trying
I
to.
think that's a
In the
chance
hole.
of going
Yes.
all the way.
Oh, went all
That's
the way
in the
in.
hole.
Okay, well, it's on now. No choice. He's got to have a crack, we all believe. So,
So it's his own bowl, about 30 centimetres short of Jack. That's the one he's trying to make contact with.
Yep.
He's going to push that through those other shot bowls. Yes, of course, some of those opposition bowls might work their way back to the tee as well. Really can't see a high percentage shot with that delicate weight. May just be able to work his way between those two blue bowls on the centre line there. It's going to be really tricky. I've seen Brad play plenty of times. He has got a good running shot in him.
oh, he's playing that tricky shot. Well,
Yeah.
draw a line with a little bit of weight. Yeah, it's...
Well,
That's proof what this sort of green is. Is that dead draw or real quick
I
shot?
think you said that to me on
One or
the
the
first,
other.
first day. Lee was it's either a hit or a draw green, not necessarily a finesse 1 metre over.
It's just very hard to play those 2 or 3 metre weighted shots. Was that Brad ringing up for some help?
So I'm just going to do this again. This is for Kira, and a reminder for you, Jason, like and share this
yeah.
live stream for your chance to win a share of prizes worth over $5,000 in partnership with Sharp EIT Solutions. There's a 70-inch Android TV, which we could do within the house at the moment, actually. That'd be good. A 40-inch smart touch screen, high-speed printer and 2 microwaves. T's and C's apply. Visit bowlsnewsouthwales.com.au for more details on that. But just all you've got to do is share this live stream, and you're in with a chance.
And I'm in again. Thanks for the reminder, Benny.
Fantastic,
Righty,
fantastic partners, the team at Sharp. They're doing some work internally with some of our communication systems at head office back in Sydney. So looking forward to seeing those upgrades come into effect. Hopefully by the time we're back in the office at the conclusion of these championships.
It's great to see more corporate partnerships are happening with Bowls New South Wales. Can only be great for our membership out there. You know, I see offerings for the
ATC,
ATC,
yeah,
yep.
Australian Surf Club.
Yep.
Ticket offers there, 2
Yep.
for 1 pricing for
Brilliant.
upcoming Autumn Carnival in Sydney.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going quite well, and a bit of a new direction and some new things coming on board, which is it's quite nice. And certainly even the way we're organising the live stream here is, I think, can only be a plus for us and the game itself. So well done to the executive team at Bowls New South Wales.
Good ball coming in here, Mick. He's just beaten his last, so good home.
And communications.
They're just bettering their opponents at the moment, aren't they? It's
Yeah.
Brad and Aaron are not playing poorly. They're not bowling 3 and 4 metres away all the time. It's just that Mick and Anthony are just outdoing them each end, being first into the jack.
Just strangling them. It feels like like they're strangling them.
we haven't put any bowls down on this green, Ben, obviously since we've been here, but it really feels like a first in kind of green. You're first in because a lot of the shots to get out of trouble, because you don't get huge targets on this sort of 18-second green, are the draw shots out of trouble. So that being said, always first in is the best. Old analogy in pairs was the leads win the game and the skips decide by how much.
Yeah.
So good support being shown in the comment section here once again. Lots of names. Let us know where you're from. Peter Martin's asking if Macquarie Club is grass or synthetic.
Peter, they're both grass over at Macquarie. If you're coming out later on in the event, great shot by Aaron.
Yeah,
it fell down too.
Well done, Aaron.
So here where we are at the Sporties Club, if you're coming out, you'll see it listed on Bowls Link as Dubbo City Bowling Club. They are both synthetic greens. The other two venues being West Dubbo Bowling Club and the Macquarie Club Dubbo, all grass greens at those two venues.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The volume of clubs, and like I said, I'm getting a lot of questions asking where things like the seniors are being played, what day the seniors are being played. The answer is they're not. There's not a day. They're several days over several different clubs. Jump on the Bowls Link results portal, and you can find everywhere you're playing there, or go on the website www.bowlsnewsouthwales.com.au, head into events, and you'll see a program, you'll see a list of shots, and Anthony Brown is star.
A cracker on the wide hand, as he did in the singles. Still doing it. Well done.
And there we go again. Aaron with his third bowl gets shot, and the very next bowl they take it back off him. That's the ultimate pressure up against you every time.
It's just, it hurts. It almost physically hurts at times. You think, what else can I do?
It does.
It makes it hard to set up ahead because you're chasing shot every single bowl. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And they're not, like you're saying, they're not playing badly. That's a good head of bowls.
Yeah. And
like Brad, well, even then, trying to convert the head, just missing by a couple of bowls underneath.
Liked his weight too, give it a chance to get in there. It's a bowl narrow, maybe.
Nigel Thompson watching from New Zealand, and welcome to everyone who's watching from outside of Australia. We always get quite a few, actually, and all my favourite people are on at the moment. I think I've got every one of my little, the usual regulars, the Tragics. Taylor Swift has got a Swifties. What's the name? That
have you got your Bennies?
The Bennies. Oh, that sounds like a.
It could be Benny and the Jets. What do you reckon? Isn't there a song about that?
It's easier to say than the Trickster Lighteries.
Yeah. Oh, Anthony, very good again. Just a little short then, but he was on a great track.
Or the two shoeies.
The two shoeies. Shoeies. We'll just call them the shoeies.
All right, Brad. Let's play one here. Turn this head over. Get yourself back into this game. We've not given up hope here in the commentary box. 6 ends, 12 shots. 2 an end when I went to school.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Well, we did see it in the singles before. Anthony Brown rattled 10 shots off in 4 ends himself in singles. So
that was so quick.
Yeah, it was.
Will it hold?
A little slider, maybe.
Through again. So, once again, he give it a chance. He's just probably that foot over with weight, which is good. Give it a chance. Just a little bit of grass.
Seems the discussion there between Michael and Anthony. Get to the back of the rink, cover those couple of bowls there. If the jack does move backwards, so to answer those questions, you are having Ben, as you said, all those draws available on Bowls Link. Each competition, 16 teams or singles players, broken up into 4 sections of 4 players. You play each of those teams within your section in those 3 matches. Winner of each section through to the semi-final. And then the final will follow. So 5 matches in each discipline, guaranteed to be 3 games. And then for those that progress through to the semi-final and final, those couple extra matches for them.
So I've just dropped the link into the live chat just then on Facebook. Remember, don't click on any links that aren't us. I am going to go give Michael a little chat and say get out of the head. And
Well, I wonder, he might have just been showing Anthony
Yeah.
a position to get to there.
Okay,
He
I
moved
think
away
he
nice
was,
and quickly when...
yeah. So he's in there. Don't click on anyone else. They are just trying to scam you. At the moment, I'm getting scammed.
Sure. Has he held on? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Just the one.
Yeah, I got a someone's pretending to be the president of one of the zones at the moment and trying to get me to buy Apple gift cards for them. If anyone's trying to get you to buy Apple gift cards, don't do that.
The neighbouring game has broken away. I've seen a full count there to Des and James Reynolds. 16-5 now shown on the scoreboard after 9 ends. Didn't see the setup at the end there to how they made the 6. But that could be a huge advantage they've just picked up there.
He is ruthless at the moment, Jimmy Reynolds.
Not wrong.
Eh? His previous round match, he won to 0. Like, we know he's a good player, but the players here are also good. So
Yeah, state championships. They're not kidding around.
no, he has just been absolutely ruthless, and that's part of his drive in the game, isn't it? Goes he's continued want for success, which is great to see, and it rubs off on his teammates and others around him too.
It rubs off on others around him. You see it. He's inspiring
He actually
in the way
is.
he wants it.
Yeah.
So you guys are having a chat. They've just been looking out the window what they're been discussing here. Looks like forehand again, left-hand side of screen.
Mhm.
Just trying to make a bit of connection on shot bowler Jack. I wondered for a moment whether he was going to come on the wide side and try and draw around to the shot bowl.
Risky
There
there.
might be a little bit extra weight here. Just guaranteeing he's up with a couple of metres of weight. Just trying to work the angles.
Late swoop. He needs
Just
it.
got a swoop now. Oh, well, that's a mighty fine effort.
We've been ultra critical. I just think that's a really tough shot to play in this scenario. If he was going to play that just overweight, it's probably on the wider hand. Shot bowl behind Jack.
So just another one to Team Vassallo and Brown. 16-3. This is a 14-end game. We've got 5 ends to go. And while they're delivering that, I'll just remind you about this one. Our little, our wonderful new campaign. Sounds like your local. Become a member today. And you can find bowls clubs near you by clicking on that. It's part of a broader strategy and a broader program to drive people into their clubs and get them on the greens, which is obviously what we all want and all the clubs want. So keep an eye out for that, share it around, and see if we can encourage people into our clubs. Boy, that gets good
Fantastic campaign. I know there was a lot of media images like the one you just shown on screen that were distributed out to all the clubs. So they're available for you all to use to help promote your venue. And if you haven't got those
Michael,
provided
that's
to you
hello.
already,
Oh.
please contact our Bowls New South Wales office. The team will be happy to share that information documents package with you so you can use it at your local venue to drive membership in your area.
Yeah, good simple message, I think, too, just in the imagery. It is, Lee, so very good.
Yeah, well designed. Comms team have done well there.
Yeah. Bit of a kiss method there, mate. Keep it simple, as they say.
Well, that's usually the way Ben and I go about things.
It's not just because we are simple, that's right.
But no, we weren't part of that one. So Billy Johnson and his team put in a lot of work with sort of creative design and the process about that. So well done to Billy and the team there back at the office for all their work in getting that together. As you said, Ben, we want to drive more participation, membership at grassroots levels. So
That's
that's
great
one way to
bowl.
do it.
One on, one behind.
Yeah.
That's an old adage.
Any skip in the world, that's all they want from their leads.
Absolutely, those scores just about to come back on your screen. And as we'll see,
So there you go, there's a 16-5 after 10 and 16-3.
picked up on that. Didn't you?
He did, thank you.
Yeah.
He's over there writing my performance evaluation as we speak.
Well, we're not seeing that second game, but if Mick Vassallo and Anthony Brown do qualify through to tomorrow afternoon's final, they're certainly going to give the Cross and Reynolds combination, all sorts of problems if they
Oh,
play
look
like
at
this.
yeah,
That's world class.
it is.
But not just that. Have a look at where Aaron's bowls are. They're not bad.
That's what I say. He's got 2 bowls a metre away. And missing in the right area too. They're not a metre short. They're missing just behind. His team needing shots. They're probably going to have to build up that sort of back of the rink. Even this one probably just overplayed it slightly, but closest to the respot.
Exactly.
Extra chances. Better off missing back there
At least
stage of the
that's
game.
right. At least there he's given all 3 of his bowls a chance to count. So, ends previously we've seen him be just short or jack high, but chasing shots behind is awesome.
So program for tomorrow, Ben. Not sure we've had the live stream schedule sent through to us from the team, but we do have round 5 of singles action tomorrow morning, straight up at 9 a.m, followed by the singles semi-finals. So obviously we'll bring one of those to you during that session. And in this same time slot, tomorrow afternoon, 2:30 p.m. local time, starting, we have our pairs final.
Huge game. I'm just looking for schedules now. There's lots of good photos and things on there, but as soon as that schedule comes out, I'll let you know. I usually get it sent to me before it gets on the Facebook page, so we usually let everyone know here first.
I haven't gone through the singles sections yet today, but Andrew did mention to me just before I came in here that there's a couple of undefeated people up against each other tomorrow morning. So there's a couple of sections well and truly up for grabs tomorrow in the open singles, and the reserve singles, I think they're still to be decided as well. So 4 sections in the open with just the winner to go through to the semi-finals. 2 sections in the reserve singles with those top 2 to progress through to the semis there.
So I'm just popping up because I'm getting emails as we come in. Someone pretending to be the president of Zone 7. I'm happy to write this out. He's trying to get me to buy Apple gift cards for him and let him know the PIN numbers as an executive task. So keep an eye out for that around the bowls world. If someone's pretending to be your president asking you to buy them Apple gift cards, guess what? They're not. They're not real.
Brad, once again, just overweight with his first. He just seems to be getting caught with these delicate, tricky weight shots. Every end, just the way the opposition are playing. That's definitely a wider line. Is it going to turn back to this shot bowl?
Close.
I think it will, but what's the result? Yeah, well,
He's probably still one down, but giving himself a chance.
he has, exactly.
You can see Jack now. That's the thing. It was well hidden a second ago. A bit more confidence, a few more things to bounce off there, but it is still that finesse shot, as you said, finicky.
So let's have a look there. Anthony Brown still with a bowl to go. I'm sure the opposition are trying to work out a way to get a multiple. I can see they would have played backhand, right of screen, trail the jack back towards that blue centre line. They do have a couple of bowls there. Alternatively, you could still play that same forehand just underneath the jack to sit the shot bowl for 2. Chance if the jack moves that it will go back to theirs at the back. Bowls in behind the head pretty well spread between teams. No real cluster to either side.
Interesting shot. I wouldn't mind Anthony playing his backhand and turn his own over. Even if he went down one here, he puts a bowl in a good position. But
it's definitely the way he's going.
well, he's holding shot at the moment, so.
I don't know what to say about that one. It's not going to affect much. He just overplayed it a little bit. It's the
I think Aaron's just looking to that trail shot on the backhand. That bowl, basically jack high, trail it to there. working off that right to where my toe is, and we make 4. Very precise. He's just looked back at the scoreboard and said it's now or never, skipper.
Yeah.
Must be multiples, yep.
We're going to catch these guys. We're going to have to put the foot down. Yeah, there's the line. Gee whiz, what a job he's doing for us in commentary.
Yeah, wow.
He's showing us exactly where he wants the ball to go. Who needs a telestrator? We don't need to draw on the screen. Aaron Kelly's drawn it up perfect. Just under a metre over the draw. Around that shortest bowl.
This is interesting.
Part one's achieved. Does it bend back?
Yeah.
It's a good attempt.
It is a good attempt.
He's just overweight, but had to give it a chance.
And did. So that's a 1, I'm assuming.
Yeah, one shot to Mick and Anthony.
Who are playing an exceptional game. And it's showing. Like we said, just strangling. Making Brad have to play the difficult shots. He hasn't had an easy shot. Not one. Hasn't had an easy draw.
Not at all. Well, it's been a top quality performance, and will certainly give themselves a chance in tomorrow's final if they're going to play this way.
I reckon they'd give themselves a chance at the moment. Look, the scorelines side to side are pretty similar against quality opposition as well. And if, barring an upset now, you'd think they're pretty close to through.
17 shots to 5 next door. See Kedwell holding a couple. Jimmy Reynolds just had a drive with his first. Just missed the desired outcome. As Mick Vassallo, this must be 3 or 4 ends in a row. His first bowl's been sensational.
How important is that in setting up an end, and winning a match? In all honesty,
3-bowl pairs.
That first bowl is just so you nail on that like that all day long. You're not going to lose too many games.
Current member is Mick Vassallo of the emerging Jackaroos.
And showing why.
Showing why, indeed. I'd imagine this event currently being held, there's certain members of the Bowls Australia high performance team either looking on live or watching back. Players like Mick and James Reynolds who are in those squads, and even checking out some of the new talent that's making its way through. So for people like Claire Turley and Ellen Faulkner that are working for Bowls Australia in those roles, and really working hard with that HP program and being world leaders in all facets of the game. It's great to see that these players are getting rewarded for their skill level.
And if they're not watching it live, they'll be watching it back later at least, because it just sits there on our Facebook feed. We may want to edit that one out.
Great bowl, Aaron Kelly. Brilliant. Good to see.
But yeah, we're just looking at the stats right now. We've got 21 people from New Zealand watching, 13 South Africans, 11 from the UK, and 7 from Malaysia. And Malaysia's got a really big growing bowls community as well, which I quite enjoy. I've watched that on Facebook a fair bit, actually.
They worked really hard when they held the Commonwealth Games in Kuala Lumpur in 1998. As one of their core sort of sports about driving that growth and high performance part of their bowls program, and have kept that ongoing. Some fantastic players to come out of Malaysia over that last 25 years. I'm not going to get caught with any pronunciations.
Safwan Saeed, I think, is one. I think he ended up being a world champion, actually.
Yeah, Lena. Lena in the ladies was always going really well.
I'm excited about the news for the Commonwealth Games and Malaysia as well, by the way, that seems to be coming to fruition. It's our pinnacle event. We mentioned it last game, Jason. You and I, we had a chat.
Yeah.
Nathan Bazant saying, geez, Brown's getting some coverage. How do you end up in the singles? Well, the reason he's getting a lot of coverage is he keeps making finals. It's a random draw that comes out of Bowls Link, so it's not something we're choosing to do. And how do you end up? He sadly lost an extremely good game. Nathan, you should Go back and watch that one.
Yeah, one game still to go on that section. I think there's 2 undefeated players. So Mick
yeah.
Kedwell
Yes.
from Raymond Terrace, and I believe Ray Douglas from Hazelbrook, also undefeated that section. So they'll play off tomorrow morning to see who tops that particular section. As Brownie just outside the jack there again.
Yeah.
Wonder Kelly and Gilbert. Brad, probably for the first time in a long time, has the chance just to draw a shot.
Yeah.
Look, we shouldn't laugh at that. That's just been the pressure the opposition have put on him.
Yeah, and even the ends that Aaron's held, by the time
Yeah.
Brad's jumped on the Matt Anthony's usually got it with his first bowl.
Yeah.
So Brad Gilbert's actually leading his section at the moment. He's there with 7 points in the singles. Jeff Seaton from Leichhardt undefeated on top in his section. Section 2, Section 3, Mick Kidwell also undefeated. So is Ray Douglas, and they play each other next for the win in that section. Watching Brad come down here, he's got a lot of turns to do, but
Can it get to a good spot that may count later on in front of that bowl's ideal?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. So they do have 3 bowls. Yeah, well done, Mick Vassallo. Straight away, you can see where he's sort of pointing with his feet. That's our only danger of dropping a shot, is if they move the jack a metre backwards and a metre left of screen.
and anyone's game in Section 4 of the singles world with James Reynolds on top and Aaron Kelly on the same amount of points
Play each other.
as well, and they play each other as well.
It's good to see 2 sections where front runners are playing each other to determine the section.
We
Turns
might-
it into a quarter final, really.
We might
doesn't
have a
it?
quick look at that broadcast schedule on the page there, and hopefully we can tell you what game we'll have for you tomorrow morning.
We do.
9 a.m. tomorrow morning as Anthony Brown. Wow, they're 2 fantastic bowls. It's just shutting down the head. So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m, we can see it is that game you just mentioned.
Aaron Kelly, Jimmy
Aaron
Reynolds.
Kelly, West Tamworth,
We're
playing
watching it.
James Reynolds, Cabramatta.
See, we're watching Aaron right now.
So then we have a semi-final to follow immediately following that, which will come from the other side of the draw. So we'll have some different people on that coverage. Second match. Really trying to move this jack. He's Brad. Well, perfect weight for that. They're going to finish amongst it, so it's still that chance. See, 3 bowls there together. Brownie changing hands here. He's trying to negotiate that bowl of Mick Vassallo's top of screen. He's done a pretty good job here, finishing amongst these bowls.
Yeah, that's a very good home, isn't it? You know.
So a wonderful match controller, controlling body there. Andrew Lynn just sticking his head in and saying 30 minutes to go. Time is unlikely to be an issue here. And Seymour, can I ask if the bowls are being played in the Paralympics? I don't know. I haven't actually looked on that side of things. I really should. I'll speak to my sister who works at the AOC and see if she's got any more information on that shortly. I'll let you know, Anne. I'll find out. May not be today, but there you go.
Good try there from Brad. Perfect weight to sort of move that jack across to the bowls. So they have got off that number 3. And Seymour to try and get some more clarification. I know there's a team working in the background to try and get lawn bowls into the Olympics when it comes to Brisbane in 2032. And I would imagine as part of that bid and structure to try and get bowls into the Olympics, that it will also form a para component as part of the Paralympics
It's
as well.
Interesting that Paralympics and the Olympic Committee, I know this just from my sister, are 2 completely different organisations. So while they use the facilities and that of the Olympics often, it's completely different organisations. So to get the sport in to the Olympics doesn't mean it's going to go into the Paralympics straight away.
Right.
So you have to apply to both.
Did not realise that, Benny. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I think there's just the variances among the sports, and because some of the functions and range of movement between the able-bodied and the para-athletes, some sports are more suited to that than others, and I think the Paralympics has a couple of sports that don't come involved at Olympic level.
Yeah,
Things like bocce come to mind
exactly.
straight away, which obviously is similar to our sport of bowls.
Yeah, I'm looking for at least a demonstration sport at the Olympics. I think that's what everyone's fighting for. And that'd be something else to play that in our home turf in Brisbane.
Good fight from the boys there, scoring an end. Had a bit of a think about it. Didn't just go through the motions of keeping things where they were. They've moved the mat all the way back to the 2 metre mark and brought the jack a little way forward from what it has been. So see, they're still thinking about it. Sure, they know at 13 shots in 3 ends it's unlikely, but they're not giving out hope.
Got to be perfect. So just question is, when are the finals being played? Well, I can tell you where the final round is tomorrow, and we're broadcasting Aaron Kelly versus James Reynolds. The first semi-final for the pairs in this begins tomorrow as well at 12 p.m.
Sorry, mate, that's the singles, that one.
Is it? Singles? My apologies. Semi-final of the singles there. Am I in the singles? Oh, I'm in the singles category. Apologies, that makes sense. So we've got 2 singles games tomorrow morning and then the pairs final in the afternoon. And
then the singles final Saturday morning.
Singles final Saturday morning. And then we head over to Club Dubbo, pick up all of the stuff out of this office, give it back to Carmen and run over to Club Dubbo and start again for the mixed pairs, isn't it?
Pairs disciplines.
And guess what? That's conveniently the day Jason's decided not to join us
Yes,
on Saturday.
Yeah, you've got a busy day, boys, packing and moving. But yeah, I've got a club visit booked in down at Tullamore, so apologies there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, well done. Change of length, tactics.
Well done, Aaron Kelly.
Look at Aaron. Yeah, 2 really good bowls, and the other one about a metre away, but in the count for the moment. And Mick looks on a tighter line here as well. The hope still burns for this team.
At the very least, they're still playing for a lot of respect, you know. Like, both these players are still wanting to be looked at for selection in New South Wales as well. So, still opportunities to perform and show what they can do in the last few ends and prove that they're worthy of a New South Wales spot, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah, all 4 of these men were part of the Para New South Wales Blues last Australian Championships. We've seen quite a few new faces here this week in both the men's and the ladies that will be challenging for some of those positions.
I love that. Love that we've got new faces up here challenging this. This is a huge crowd of multi-disability bowlers we've got, and look, well done to Wheelchair Sports New South Wales for having the concept and then bringing it to us this year, wasn't it, or last year? This year, and we've managed to bring it to the state championships as well, where it definitely belongs.
First one here for Brad. That's 4.
Yep, well done.
Grandstand finish. I'm hoping for it.
This is what the crowd's called for.
I wonder if Brownie can just sort of arrive to that bowl now on his backhand. Yeah, that's where he's chosen. He negotiate his teammates' bowl at the front.
A little underneath, I think, there.
What result's going to come? It's a quite made shot, but you can
He's opened it up, though.
clearly see the situation now. For Brad, he's just got to go with much of the same and hope Anthony misses a couple of weighted shots.
Huge sheep truck just pulled up at the back, 3 trailers long, and I only mention that because I can imagine what that's going to leave behind. Love this work in town.
Really good first one from Brad. Boys are urging this one up. Quite going to hold out and run the full distance on this occasion. Still at least 3.
Yep.
So Anthony Brown, as Ben brings you country hour coverage at the price of Liam.
You know, we're going to get a job with the ABC, mate.
Yeah, I was thinking it was Saturday afternoon. I was on the ABC.
Landline.
Yes.
His own bowl coming in here. A couple of
Anthony.
rolls out of mixed bowl. Going to reduce the count.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good bowl.
Oh, and sat with it too, so these...
Just laid back. I'm not sure. It still could be 3 to the guys, or it may be only 1. It's just sort of hard to tell. Just trying to get any indication we can out the window here. It's the far end of our green.
We'll see what Brownie says.
Signal was 1.
One.
With the hands, but I'm not sure if he said we're at least 1, possibly, and a measure for more. We we spoke about our stateside a little while ago as Ben just tries to zoom in on the action with Mick in the way of our opposite camera.
He's looking at it now too.
So Brad has released, just trying to get another one in here. If he can work his own bowls up, just underneath to his opposition bowl. Played this pretty well, I think.
He gets on the inside of them bowls and he's good.
Fall in.
Yes.
Well
That's
played.
A great bowl.
So we know it's at least 2. Is it any more?
Waiting for an indication.
They need shot here to continue the match. Yes, with our stateside, guys, very interesting to note that the 4 players on this rink we mentioned went as part of the team over to WA, and all 4 players on the other rink weren't part of that side. So we had James Reynolds that's come into New South Wales from the ACT,
yeah.
That's true.
since the last time around, and then Mick Kedwell, a former member of the side, made himself available again, coming back into it, and then Pete Jackson and Des Cross. With their results out here over the week, they're trying to break their way into the side as well.
Just looking across there, volunteers out there on Jimmy's rink, handing out some lollies to the boys on green. The volunteers are doing an awesome job,
over
eh?
there, really?
Yeah, they're doing a great job, the volunteers are. You see them running drinks on the green for the wheelchair people and stuff like that. So
They have been first class. The collaboration between all the clubs, led by the team here at Sporties, and they're an amazing group of people, and they've managed to get some assistance from the neighbouring clubs here in town to have people to help move bowls back after each end, as some players are unable to help with that, pick up the mat for them, pick up their jack, lift their bowls, provide drinks and any other help that they can.
It's brilliant volunteerism. Once again, it's one of my biggest things in our sport and what we do. We'll just see how far out Anthony has to throw that bowl.
I thought he might have played some firm weight at that, but I'm going to assume by that he's only 2 down if he's trying to play this perfect draw shot.
I'll tell you what, he just died. Geez, his track was good.
Yeah, it was.
2 more feet on that, and he gets around them bowls and nearly gets to that back bowl.
Yeah, so it was only
good
2.
effort. Yeah, so 2's okay.
Kelly and Gilbert, so 11 the difference with 12 shots available. And I think we may have had a concession next door. Yes, the guys are shaking hands. After those lollies have come out, they've decided to shake hands. So our first team through to the final. James Reynolds from Cabramatta with Des Cross from South Tamworth. So great performance from those 2 guys, and not to be outdone to Jacko and Keddy from the Terrace.
Oh, yeah, great bowlers.
And I'm sure they've got plenty of followers back at the club up there at Raymond Terrace, good supporters of our game. So with that game finished, Ben, I might leave the commentary studio for now. And
you've got some work to do, buddy. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Lee Stinson. Well done. We'll see you again shortly in the commentary as well, I'm sure.
Yes, and I can also say that there'll be some celebrations going at South Tamworth Bowling Club. Desi's got a big following. He has.
Des, yeah.
He's a very likeable man back there. He is. Yeah. So yeah, back there, guys and gals will be cheering him on, and looking forward to seeing him in the final tomorrow afternoon.
Yep, good to be stoked. It's good news. So, big important end in coming here. I'll just straighten that camera up. She's a bit off centre. Someone kicked it earlier and I never quite got it back to normal. So that ball did hang up. Well, they want to keep their concentration now with Solomon Brown. They haven't got it in the bag necessarily, and they don't want to drop a big multiple here. They've got to be, there's 3 ends to go, 11 shots in it. They've only got 6 bowls total, but it's possible.
Oh, sure is. By Aaron just getting behind there once again, as I said earlier. He's given his bowl a chance to count. at some stage during the end. So, and see, the tactic is to try and get them close behind to try and get that multiple. So,
If us watching this closely, it's really got narrow, hasn't it? And the shadows start kicking across now. We're meant to have a cool change tonight, and the breeze will bring that across. Only meant to be, well, it was meant to be 27 last time I looked. I'll do that now. That's important for what's coming up, especially for the final. I think Andrew's taken off of my internet dongle here. It's a bit slow. He's moving a bit far away, but we'll get there. I always forget how far north as well as west. Yeah,
Aaron. So he's got 3 bowls in an area there, Aaron, and that's pretty smart bowls. They're chasing 11 shots with 12 bowls to play. So
yeah, 100%.
They have to group them into an area, give themselves a chance.
Correct, and that's why Anthony just said, "Come and sit in here, please.
Yeah.
Here's the risk."
Yep. Yeah,
So
for Michael and Anthony, it's about just matching the opposition's bowls at this stage. So
the weather report has changed. It's mostly sunny tomorrow, 29. Cloudy on Saturday and 28. Then we start getting it. We have a couple of days of showers and 29. That sounds absolutely horrific. To be honest,
that's cool for Dubbo, my friend.
Oh, cool's fine. It's the water I'm worried about. Sorry, yeah, like I said, heat's fine.
Depends how much. You're only talking 5 mil, I think.
That's what I'm about to look at. Look at the real weather out, windy.com, and see how much they're predicting. Yeah, 0 to 10 mils, it says.
Yeah. Playable.
Playable, without a doubt. So I'm going to start puddling. It's when is it? Oh, it starts early in the morning, and that's about it. We'll be right.
All right, Brad's coming down this backhand. Obviously, he's trying to look to move Jack down there. He's pulled it a bit narrow, but as long as he gets behind, and well, hopefully it stays in bounds too. So that's out there as well. But
he's going to have to take the risk. He's still building ahead on that side, which is important. I've discussed this many times with my squad. If we're chasing multiples, especially on a big board or something like that, we can place a bunch of bowls in one spot and then move Jack into it.
And we just hope, you're sort of playing for a bit of hope the opposition doesn't get in amongst you, and you drag the Jack there too. But looking at this, Brownie, is he up? He's all right. He's Jack high. He probably would have liked another metre at least on that, if not 6 foot, to get to that back blue. But he's got 2 more to go, Brownie does. So.
He's out there.
He has taken the grass this time. Oh, yeah, a tad bit too much, but he needs to wait, or he needs to stay on.
He's dropped.
Okay.
One to go in his hand. He can push it back into that spot still and move it far enough over or into the ditch there for a big multiple. If not, Brownie looks to me like he's just going for Jack here.
He does look like he's trying to move Jack before the opposition to really take it away, and very good effort.
Here it comes.
Well, he could be the last bowl of the game. Need a 5 to give themselves a chance.
Well, he's on that narrow line. Here it comes. Nearly.
Just under. You know what? Good weight, great attempt.
It looks like Anthony's just chucked his. Didn't even really look.
Yeah, they knew what the result was. So
They are conceding. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. A pretty big win there in the end by Vassallo and Brown over Aaron Kelly and Brad Gilbert. But quality play all round. Brown and Vassallo just strangled them. I think that's the word I used from the start.
They were. They did not give Brad and Aaron a chance to get anything. And not even just. It's not that they had lots of second woods. They actually had shot a lot of the time. I think we said there once during the coverage, oh, there we go, Brad's got finally got a chance for a draw.
That's it. It's a real good quality game once again by good quality players, as you'd expect in the semi-finals of the state championships. But that gives us our final, Cross and Reynolds versus Vassallo and Brown, tomorrow afternoon. Get behind that. It'll be a huge game. Jason Pinnock, thank you so much once again for joining me.
Brilliant,
I've
Benny.
loved having you here. And Carmen, she's dancing in front of the camera. She does not know that she's doing that. And thank you so much for joining us on this coverage of the 2023-24 Bowls New South Wales State Championships multi-disability pairs from, where are we? North Dubbo RSL Sporties.
That is correct.
And a great place in Dubbo too. And thanks to Dubbo Regional Council, we'll see you tomorrow.